I just love getting around the community, as you know, talking to all the different people right around the western area of the state, because this really is where the movers and shakers are. It's 15 minutes to 8. Let's send a note to Dubbo. Mathew Dickerson, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Kerry. How you going?
I'm extremely good for a Monday morning, actually. We've got a beaut day here. We've had a fair bit of rain. Have you caught much of it?
We kind of looked like it was threatening, and it looked like it was going to come bucketing, and then it pulled back a bit. So after all the noise and effort, I don't know that we actually got a lot of water.
Yeah, I know. Well, we got your share.
Fair enough.
Okay, what's happening in Dubbo, sir?
Oh, look, we had our first council meeting last week, Kerry. So at the end of last week, Thursday night, was our first council meeting of the new council. Of course, we've got 8 new councillors on there, so that was their very first council meeting. So that was a bit of a daunting experience for them. And it's not just the people sitting in the gallery that are watching every move that you make, but of course, everything's streamed live now. So you've got typically hundreds of people that tune in, and you just don't know who's out there watching. So it was all a very daunting experience, but they came through with flying colours.
That's good stuff. And of course, because it's a big area now, isn't it? When you take into account Wellington and you take into account the other satellite areas that you've got, it's just not Dubbo, is it?
No, that's right. And if you go back to the old Dubbo City Council before the amalgamation, once the amalgamation occurred, the area, the actual square kilometres area, approximately doubled in size. So it's a much larger area. And again, you've got the staff that are trying to cover that whole area. You've got councillors that are trying to get their heads wrapped around that area. You've got the mayor trying to get my head wrapped around that entire area. So it is certainly a different perspective on things, and there are different issues there. One of the big things really that we don't think about too much in Dubbo, we've got police, we've got good police resources here in Dubbo, but one of the motions that came forward from one of our Wellington councillors on Thursday night, Councillor Jess Goff, she's really pushing for better policing in Wellington, and in fact 24-hour policing. So Wellington's a fair-sized area, they don't have 24-hour policing. So again, for people in Dubbo, we don't really think about the fact that we have 24-hour police. That's kind of normal, but in Wellington they don't have that. So that was one of the ideas brought forward by Jess Goff to try and really push that issue around 24-hour policing. Of course, it's not a local government decision. It's not our decision to make in relation to that, but we can still lobby the state government, push the state government, and that gives us a bit more lobbying power to do that. So they're the sort of things that you don't really think about.
Yeah, it's still an interesting thing, isn't it? Not having a 24-hour police station, and you've got a very big jail there in the middle of it.
Well, you've got 2 jails there now, that's right.
That's right,
yeah, so you think that the policing side of it might be fairly important. So that was certainly one of the issues brought forward. We had an issue around housing. Now, this isn't just Dubbo and Wellington that has this issue, but housing availability and housing affordability are 2 major problems that we have in Dubbo at the moment. We're actually attracting lots of people, and when you talk to employers, they're actually getting people out of the big smoke, which is fantastic. So people in Sydney are finally waking up to themselves, and they're saying, I want to get out of Sydney. Where can I go? I want to go somewhere regional, and they choose places like Orange, Bathurst, Dubbo, etc. But when they try and come to Dubbo, they love the job, they love the area, but then trying to find a house or somewhere to live becomes a major problem. So that's one of the issues that another councillor, Matt Wright, brought forward an issue there in relation to that, housing affordability, housing availability, looking at what we do there. We've got enough zoning in place, but we've really got to just start that planning or push that planning a bit quicker in terms of connecting the services. It's all well and good to have zoning, it's all well and good to sell a block of land, but then you've got to connect sewage services, water services, NBN, electricity, all those sorts of things to actually make an area a viable area for people to move into. So that's a big issue that's facing not just Dubbo, as I say, many areas across the state.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bigger issue. Thank you for your time, sir. We do appreciate it. We'll catch up.
Right, my pleasure. Good to be chatting.
Have a good day.